want us to quickly go to, because we don't have enough time, to quickly go into one of the most important debates in the country, and it's really the benefits of Tororo being next to the border. We'll look at the proximity benefits. What are they getting? But ideally, Tororo as a district, what's the future? And we're going to talk to the locals. What expectations do they have for Tororo, and what are the things that have come out? Yes, they are adjacent to Busia, which is the border to Kenya, and Malaba. Just forecast, and Malaba, forecast the future of Tororo district. If you're at home, of course, go to our Facebook page, Minibus Uganda, and the Twitter us at Minibus. Also send us a text on your phone, 6565. Of course, I'll
Yes. First of all, when you talk about the cost benefits of being at the border,
yes.
Personally, I do not see any at the moment.
Yes.
Apart from surely the benefits we would talk about is maybe the HIV/AIDS and gonorrhea at the border post. And of course, our border is simply an entry and exit point. What I would like to emphasize that somebody here was saying that almost all banks are closing. Why? Because somebody somewhere is frustrating business in Malaba and Tororo as a whole. Why? Because clearances, major clearances are all done in Jinja.
Yes.
Remember that Malaba border post is the main entry point. Out of the money is collected by URA, 60% in trillions is through Malaba border post.
Yes.
You can't believe that even after the World Bank are giving us a loan, just the construction of a parking yard in Malaba so that we can clear our goods here has taken 7 years.
Wow.
Somebody somewhere is frustrating it. If you go to Malaba, you find the situation is pathetic. We had close to 200 clearing agents. They have all run away. They have shifted to actually Jinja. So I am one person who has a perception, a belief that we should probably join the likes of the Bunyoro Kingdom to demand that whatever is collected from here, at least Tororo district should be given a certain percentage.
Demand royalty.
At least some royalty, some 10%. That is the only way we can manage to run the districts.
And I want to follow up on him. Is this a blessing?
Oh, come on, that is something negative.
That's negative.
No, I mean, is it?
How does that become a blessing?
A blessing.
I'm looking at your proximity, as a curse.
Maybe probably put it right like this. When clearance is active, you expect the locals to have employment. You expect money to be in our hands around. You expect schools to boom.
Yes.
You expect hotels to boom. You expect the roads to be good. Every social amenity, you expect it to be fantastic. Now, when in the opposite, in inadequacy of that or lack of that, actually nothing of that kind will be in the place financially.
Yes.
When you look at Tororo being nearer to the border, it should be next to Kampala. It should be the second capital city of Kampala.
Because it like of Uganda.
Of Uganda. Especially that all goods going to Congo, Sudan, everywhere are passing via Tororo.
Yes.
Like my colleague has just said, somebody somewhere is playing dirty politics. You could see the trailers, maybe you can see them, they're passing.
Yes.
That's a lot of goods for Uganda and other countries. But we are benefiting nothing, including the roads are the worst, I think, within the region.
By the time you refuse to clear goods in Malaba and you want to clear them in Jinja, then there is something fishy.
What are the good things? Let's first look at the good.
But do we have any? That's the problem. That's the question.
That's why we're asking.
Isn't there any?
Let's see
Well, listen, Brian. This is the situation. We come from this area, Tororo, but we don't have anything as a district, even as Malaba itself. They don't earn anything from these things. The only thing we receive here is HIV, because people come all the way from Kenya, from Congo, from wherever.
Tororo is the only place you can come and still find people suffering from gonorrhea.
Let me ask you something. But you're having an inland port of about $150 million being.
Oh my God! What are you talking about there? Let me tell you about the inland dry port.
An inland port.
No, let me tell you. The inland dry port was a hoax. We actually got what we call international fraudsters. These guys who came from Malaysia, they simply they were given free land, 210 acres, secured a 99-year lease. So irregular, there is nothing on the ground. So far, there is no any injunction.
Right.
The World Bank president came here. The information we have is that they accessed a loan of about $100 million US dollars.
Yes.
That money was invested in Mombasa, where they have the offices. They have huge investments in Kenya, and they have decided to play ping pong. There is nothing on the ground. What they have decided to do, they are also collecting money from these trailers. They have created a trailer park without even pit latrines. These people have nowhere to go.
Let's have these ladies speak. How would you want to benefit if you, okay, you're here in Tororo, you're near the border. How do you think you should be benefiting?
Apart from
how do you want to benefit? Yes, apart from what they have said. But it was a wonderful
What I've always seen with these ladies, there are those who stay in Tororo and do business, and most of their things they collect them from Kenya, and they find it difficult to cross the border. You find when they come this way, you want maybe to buy something from them, like a cloth, a shoe. A person tells you, do you know how much what I go through crossing the border and how much they charge us? So you find that they also make things expensive for us. Yet it would be easier for us to be picking things from a neighboring country.
Okay.
You
you had something.
Malaba Port is just like a cow that is having a lot of milk, and the person going to milk the cow is only going to milk and take it to another direction, whether to sell or take it from that way. So the person who grazes the cow, the herdsman, doesn't benefit anything. But you can even take an example looking at the road. The road from Malaba to Kampala is the best. Cross it to Tororo and you see what it means. However, the border was meant if Tororo was to benefit. We were looking at having easy trade because Uganda being landlocked, you look at goods coming from the port, from the ocean directly side. You look at, would have things at cheaper price. Because the phones we have here, I would say, we have benefited somehow. Getting a phone from Malaba is slightly cheaper than getting a phone from Kampala.
Right.
Yeah, so I would say in such a way, probably a lay person or a local person like me, for example, I can easily get a good phone from Malaba or a good laptop at a cheaper price.
Right.
Than Kampala.
To that.
I haven't finished.
Hold on to that. Well, if you're just joining us, you can see it's very hot. This is serious business in the back. Yes, and we have engaged some of the people in our first show here in Tororo about the proximity of Tororo to the border. How beneficial is it? Advantages, challenges, but also since the borders are porous, what is the way forward? And we got an opportunity to speak to Sanjay Tana, the MP of Tororo municipality. This is what he had to say. When we come back, we'll look at the challenges of having the porous border. How come you're smuggling goods? Is the district leadership doing anything? What have you guys, what do you think should be done to help Tororo people benefit more?
And then apart from gonorrhea, what else?
I want to go for that.
Let's take a look. Hold on, let's take a look.
The strategic location of Tororo is, like we all know, it is at the border. The geographical location is that Tororo is located at the border of Uganda and Kenya. So our location is strategic, and we benefit due to cross-border trade. We benefit by hosting most of the trucks that cross into Uganda and from into Uganda into Kenya. So as the border, we benefit through the road network. Tororo is also the junction of the railway, the Uganda railway. Like you are aware, once goods come in, then we had the northern junction and then the western one, which came all the way to Uganda. So as a junction, Tororo was a major railway station. So that has been able to benefit our people, especially now with the rebuilding of the northern line. We have a lot of hope in that. And we hope that the business will increase with the opening up of the airstrip in Tororo and the railway station, the northern line starting in Tororo, yes. At the moment, we are not benefiting from the tax element when you have bonded warehousing in Tororo. So we feel that we are strategically located and we can benefit through all these, like setting up of bonds in Tororo. These are opportunities because all these business people who bring goods would definitely want to bond them before they transfer them maybe to Sudan, Southern Sudan, and or Kampala here.
Way forward, what should be done so that you benefit more from 30 seconds, please.
I have a feeling the politicians we have must be real politicians. Not talking after things have gone so wrong. Like when you had my friend was saying, we should not talk of Tororo today. Let's talk about long way back. Now, Bwanafono is here, a member of the NRM, and he has also been seeing some of these things happening. We want these politicians to wake up. Let's link this thing of tribalism in Tororo, which is taking us back. Push Tororo forward and make sure the border can benefit all the local in Tororo.
I am saying my way forward still is in divergence with my colleague here. Uganda, the way it's running, is not running as a country for citizens of Uganda. It's running as a country for a few individuals. So whether our local politicians will try, whatever they will try, nothing will come into play. We are saying the government at the central government should come up with a policy of empowering all regions in Uganda. Carry maybe a certain ministry, give it to Mbale, give it to Tororo, say that the foreign diplomats can come around there, boost the schools there, the hospitals there, the social amenities, other things should come up. By that,
some of your schools are coming up because you have people from Congo, from Kenya.
It's no longer there now. Originally it was like that. Maybe 2-3 years ago it was like that. Kenya has come up with a policy. Anybody who has studied in Uganda, no job. So Kenyans have returned back to their country. Now, an average person of Tororo who used to go smuggling and it involved gunshots was returning to schools. Schools is also now dwindling due to that Kenyan policy. We are saying that get even Minister of Defense, put it in Tororo, and we'll see things will